Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where we are on the PC version. Yet again, after the very hefty break, to some apparently, of 6 days. Because as you know, obviously the last week was fully focused on the PlayStation 5 version of the sim, a version of the sim that I've been very much enjoying flying in, and of course enjoying teaching a whole new group of people who are excited about the flight sim, you know? I mean, that was kind of the main reason we were so focused on PlayStation 5. And throughout that course of time, the rude comments were starting to pile up more and more that I wasn't on PC and Xbox. Kept saying like, "Oh, you abandoned the Xbox and PC stuff." No, it was 6 days. And also, we did PC and Xbox coverage for the first 11 months, almost daily. So, when the new platform was announced, I was contemplating if I should get a PlayStation 5 Pro for content, and I ended up deciding to get the PlayStation 5 Pro for content because A, it was a win-win situation. On one side, it was a way to reach a whole new audience for my channel, and the other side of it is, it would bring more flight sim content to everybody who's here for flight sim content. So, you know, we were going through those streams and everything like that. It was a blast. It still is a blast. We'll be back probably tomorrow. We'll see. But during that time, comments were being held by YouTube because of the absolute rudeness of those comments that I wasn't playing or showcasing the Xbox and PC version. And those moments were very deflating because after that moment, you know, it's just, you have a great time. It's really exciting to kind of go back to the basics, you know, help people out. And, you know, it sucks. So, we're back. But, yeah. There we go. So, to those that were very upset, here we are. We're back on PC. So, can quit sending those horrendous comments. Thanks. But anyways, just, I don't know. Not sure what the plan was. New Sim Update 4 beta build came out, so we'll kind of mess with that. I know there was a new multiplayer setting that came out, and yeah. Also wanted to see the marketplace. Have not looked at it in a bit, so we'll just kind of see what's going on there and then go from that. But anyways, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Friday, and let's have some fun. Hello Throttle Up and Bree and Vanessa and Llama and FMJ and DLW and Tusibok, Omar, DLW and Todd. Happy to have you here. Because I don't think there's really anything that I've missed completely that I've been really interested in regarding Marketplace editions. Because yeah, we're already back to the YS11 there, so. There really hasn't been much at all in the last couple weeks that I've missed. I'm surprised by that. So, that's good. At least I haven't missed anything too crazy. FMJ, thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. Glad you continue to enjoy the content no matter where the sim... I mean, that was the other thing, too, that I was really confused about, that people were getting upset that it was PlayStation gameplay. I'd understand if people were upset that, you know, we do flight sim all the time, and then all of a sudden I'm just playing a completely different game. It was still flight sim, so it's just, I don't know, it really threw me off. And it sucked seeing those comments, so, you know, it's whatever. But thank you very much for the 20. I very much appreciate that, FMJ, and I appreciate everybody else who was still enjoying the content no matter what platform we were doing it on. So very much appreciate you guys as well. and all that good stuff, so. But yeah, I mean, apparently the marketplace has been pretty quiet, because it really doesn't look any different than it did when I left for the vacation a couple weeks ago. There's no way. Is this really... This doesn't look much different. Wow, I wonder why it's been so slow. I mean, there's a Cape Town thing for mini builds there. Baku. Yeah, and we're already back. Wow, okay. Well, I mean, I'm kind of glad, you know, I didn't miss anything too crazy, which is great. So, alright. Well, that was a quick look at the marketplace. A very slow couple weeks. I think I need to turn on VSync, because I think I see some screen tearing. So let me do that. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of... I don't really know what I want to do specifically. Let's fly some stuff we haven't flown in a while. Let's do like a Sky Courier flight or something. But yeah, the new setting is in multiplayer, I guess. Or somewhere, I don't even know where it is. It was something with multiplayer... I'm not even seeing anything for it. Is it under online? Ah, yes, there it is. This is the new setting, multiplayer replication models. High fidelity loads the full fidelity model of the aircraft for maximum detail, which can reduce performance, and simplified loads a lightweight optimized model, prioritizing performance over the highest visual detail. So yeah, it's not about model matching, it's just about if you want like a high version of it, or if you want a low version just to help out with performance, so. We'll probably just head to a random airport, see if we see some multiplayer models, and kind of switch between the two and see the difference, if there's a huge one, and go from that. Let's see here. I wish my Xbox could browse marketplaces easily. Yeah, I mean, the marketplace just in general needs some improvements. Here, we got some people in Denver here. We'll just spawn in the flight line. We can test out the new settings. And Sabri, I'm glad you enjoyed the PS5 content. There'll be plenty more. And Omar, no doubt, that's the way I look at it. I mean, I was just so... I mean, it must be more of a thing where they just don't like PlayStation or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I see the AI is still freaking out on the PC side of things, too. It's like a herd of animals. I thought somebody was here. I don't see anybody anymore. They must have just landed and quit. And thanks, Travis. I appreciate it. What am I looking at? I don't know what's been going on with the AI, but it seems like as the sim goes better, you know, better with performance and all that, the worse the AI gets. It's just kind of a I don't even know. Oh, it's DLW. Hello. At least you can see, because I'm assuming just the difference is the models will look like they do in your own sim, which is what we've been kind of used to. So I think it was just a way to increase performance for folks that were having issues with it. And we can just see what it looks like without it. I've got to be honest, it looks exactly the same. I'm not seeing anything like low res on the planes, so... I'm not really sure what the change makes, I'm gonna be honest. It looks exactly the same. Maybe it's more noticeable on certain models, like maybe airliners, because I know this is a player here. Just want to do a quick look. No front gear. And let's see with it on. Or low. Alright, looks like it's more focused on airliners. Let's see. I couldn't... Why am I using them? I don't know why. Goodness. Oh, it doesn't... It's just a low-res livery no matter what the setting is. So yeah, I'm going to be honest, first impressions, I have no idea what the setting does. It doesn't seem to be doing anything, so... There's also no front gear, no matter what the setting is. So this is a very talented pilot. Let me get out of the way here. And no, not YouTube C-Box. It was just, it was comments that even YouTube were hiding. So it's just, it's all good. And no doubt, Kyle. There's our answer regarding model matching. But you know what, FMJ? You fit right in with the AI that was going crazy, so, you know. But yeah, it's just so weird. It picks... So since the first real player's aircraft was in here, which was this random player's 737, I'm surprised the Sky Courier loaded in properly from DLW. But yeah, and then it's just... I don't know why it has such a difficult time picking the correct thing. Deleted all my content that I had downloaded on the Xbox and sent it to just streaming on the beta, and the stutters went away, and things are great. Only issue is prime time when the servers heat up. I mean, for me personally, I don't notice anything like really crazy regarding lower... Like, I don't know, I don't notice anything different during peak hours. It might just be if you're with a lot of multiplayer players, maybe. But yeah, that's why I always recommend if you can stream it, Because obviously the more you install, the more your system's having to do stuff, you know? Because instead of it just being piped in from a server, your system's ending up having to do all that extra work that gets offloaded by the streaming side of it. So if you can, highly recommend streaming it, but if not, of course installation's the way to go for that. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if it's a third-party plane, but sometimes even if it's a plane that I own or if it's in the sim, it'll still do that incorrect model matching. Because, yeah, I mean, if it's a helicopter that I don't own, then yeah, it's just going to pick a random thing, but you'd think it'd still be able to pick a certain model that's already in the sim. Like, it doesn't have to be the right model. It could just be a helicopter flying around, you know? That's the kind of way I look at it, but... yeah, I don't know what's going on with the AI here, but they are not happy. Hey, Binky. Hello, hello. And FMJ, was that the actual... was that the base sim, Chinook, from Blackbird? Because if that was the case, then I don't know why I wasn't seeing the Chinook. Oh. That was AI, too. I thought that was a real person. Goodness. I'm not sure what has happened to the AI, because I don't remember in 2020 the AI being so weird. I don't know if it's the flight radar thing going on, or what the case may be. Oh, okay. So it's... yeah, I don't have that one then. That explains it. But they never really take off. I mean, if they do take off, they do the weird ones. I'm about to just take off from this taxiway here. Oh, there's a runway right there, but I didn't want to get in front of the airliner there. Of Johnny Boy. Hey, Monorific, hello, hello. Alright, see you later, Llama. Thanks for stopping on by. Enjoy the rest of your teaching day today. But yeah, I didn't mean for us to taxi this much here. By the way, let me go ahead and... I know the bleed air is right over here. Oh, there it is. I don't know why the starters are still on. There we go. Alright. We finally made it to a runway. But yeah, I don't know what that new setting's doing, but it doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Because the models look the exact same. I'm not seeing any degrade in quality, even if you're not in high fidelity. Break out of that here. I still am surprised that the marketplace has been really quiet. You know, I was expecting I was gonna be missing a lot, but it's only a few airports that were added and planes that do not particularly interest me too much. But yep, DLW's behind us, and Tusi Box, and FMJ's in the area as well. They had to restart because of audio issues. I'm just so used to the controller now, I just want to keep using it. Oh, man. Are you talking about the Goose? Because that is the default livery that comes with the Goose in the standard edition of the sim. And yes, Monorific, we're on the PC version today. Fly over Denver a little bit and then land over in Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport. Get that gear up. With a winky face. I shall dislodge the gears from the fuselage. What is FMJ in? Oh, it's the very low LOD C-17. Well, nice. At least it's showing the right plane. Very good. C-7. Oh, C-17 was about to annihilate my Sky Courier. Wow, I don't think that even reloaded its LOD. I don't even think it loaded everything in even next to us. What in the world? Man, I'm getting some horrendous performance. I don't know why. Getting a lot of micro stutters. And I mean, yeah, DLW, load into whatever, it's all good. I mean, I'm not really too bugged by it. I mean, it's just always funny to see, like, a floating 737 and all that. I still would like to see it to where somehow developers can just create, like, a low model, and then anything that gets into the marketplace is in the sim itself. So you still basically get the idea of what they're flying. Because I think, one, it would be nice just to have that for model matching purposes, but two, it would be nice to have it just so it's kind of in-sim advertising, where somebody's going to see that, it's like, oh, that looks really cool, I want to buy that. You know, so it's kind of a win-win for both situations where, you know, developers might get some more sales for something, and stuff like that, but we do not have that yet. I still think it would be a cool addition. Where are we flying? We're flying in Denver. And no dentist, this is PC. Make sure I'm not missing anybody else. I don't think I am. No, perfect. But yeah, just doing a short flight. We'll be heading into Rocky Mountain Metropolitan, which is just up here. Actually, just right next to us. Right there. So we're going to go ahead and break out of autopilot here. Oh, here, hang on. Switch over to my flight stick here. Do you know when the next beta update is? It was yesterday, so it'll be next week if we get another one. And for today's stream, we are on the PC. I'll work on that, Ian. Thank you so much for the £5. Why are you not playing PS5, Xbox, and PC at the same time? This is not good enough. I'm sorry, okay? I'll do it next time. I'll have every screen on at the same time. It'll be fantastic. But thank you, Ian. Very, very much appreciate that. And the PS5 Pro stuff, I mean, I've very much been enjoying my time with it. It's been really nice. Way nicer than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's kind of what I was hoping it was going to be running at, especially on the Pro. But it's been nice and smooth. I have no complaints about it. Yeah, I don't know where that... I don't know... Like, we weren't even flying that much, and we already have bug splatters on the windshield. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I mean... if you're getting it on PlayStation, you're gonna have a fun experience. Because we've streamed now 32 hours on PlayStation, which was a ton of streaming this week. And loved every minute of it. I love it, Adam. I only watch 3 platform Microsoft Flight Sim streams with no heli assists or third-person views. Anything less would be uncivilized. No doubt about it. Some bugs can fly up to 20,000 feet, if I remember from what we read online about it. Sometimes even higher. Just depends on the bug and everything else. Can't wait to get this. I'm going to start with Cessnas, but then move up to airliners. Very nice, Synth. Very nice. It's a great starter plane to kind of get get used to things. And then while we're here on the PC version, I do want to kind of showcase my favorite airport add-ons and stuff that we've gotten over the course of the year. That way people can kind of get some ideas of the ones I enjoy. Oh, it's fading away? Why is it fading away? I don't know what's going on, but it looks like it's disappearing for some reason. Oh, I don't even have the Rocky Mountain add-on installed for some reason. My immersion. Oh man. Because yeah, this airport default is really weird with its elevation. You can see it on the left. The taxiway is a mountain you need to climb. Oh, okay. So at least it's not just PS5. The synthetic vision's broke on all the versions of the sim. There we go. Very nice. Nice little double landing by 2C and DLW. I like it. FMJ C-17's already parked up. Priority heading to the restaurant on the flight line. But alright. I'll spawn back here. We may as well kind of go through the different edition of aircraft, so that way if you're still a PlayStation viewer stopping on by, you can kind of see those different edition aircraft that we've been talking about from Deluxe and Premium Deluxe. I gotta go in this one. This is another one of my favorites. I just think it's such a cool plane. So let's spawn on the ground over here. Dentist, it'll just be this for a stream today, and then if I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll be back on the PlayStation version here. I'm interested. Oh, FMJ just left. I was about to say, oh no, he's back. I don't think the C-17 even loads in anymore. It's just, oh no, there it is. Oh, that's right. It still loads in with the, goodness gracious. Still loads in with the engine covers on. But anyways, this is the AG truck. Another one from, I believe, the deluxe edition of the sim. This thing's awesome. I love flying it. Can't wait for it to be in the agricultural spraying missions in career mode. We're getting close to that happening because we've already kind of seen it sitting in the list on the Xbox version. Can you show how, I mean, we can do the checklist here. This is going to be a short one since it's not an airliner, but we can showcase that. So if we go to the aircraft tab here, I'll increase the size here so we see it fully. If you go to the aircraft tab and click on checklists, here you can get through everything. This is the pre-flight inspection, so everything outside the aircraft, we're not going to be too worried about it, but you know what, we'll do it anyways. Just so you can kind of see those steps. We haven't really messed with it too much. So hang on, let me yet again decrease the size of this. And we'll go through the full checklist here. Shocks are removed. External power as required, not worried about it. Rudder, let's go ahead and shake that. So we go up to the rudder. Then we can actually move it around, make sure it has full movement. Same with the elevator. Obviously, you don't have to worry about this in free flight, but if you're in career mode, you are having to maintain your aircraft. So, it's always a good thing to kind of do this from time to time. And of course, you can do this through a checklist in the menus as well, if you so choose. But alright, so elevator, rudder, tail wheel's good, right flap, you get the point of that. Let's go ahead and check the oil. Beautiful. Brand new. Excellent. So we got that. Left tire, all good. Fuel cap, we're fine. I'm not worried about it. All the covers are off, and the pre-flight inspection is done, so we can head on into our aircraft. Brakes are good. Fuel shutoff valve we need to set to open. All electrical equipment is off. Starting the engine. Mixture too rich. Prop RPM to max, which I think it already is set to. Yes. Throttle is closed. It is. Battery switch on. It already is, because if we did the quick start, it didn't reset that, which is fine. Beacon light. Magnetos should already be on as well. Oh, no, they're not. Aux fuel pump on. Starter. Let's get this to about 1200 RPM. Which... there we go. Hang on, it's because we're in the menu. A little bit less, there we go. Aux fuel pumps off. And radio's on. It already is. And there we go. And every plane in the sim does have a full checklist for starting the engines, from airliners to general aviation to private jets. And a lot of third-party developers also support that. So no matter what you're flying, you can go through a checklist and get that all going. So that is how the checklists work in the sim, and how you can cold and dark start any aircraft as well. And Stas more, we are at Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport. Hey John, I would like to know if I still have streaming usage after I downloaded all that. Yes, because obviously, by the way, there's the Huey. Another highly recommend. That's from Togg's Hangar. Excellent helicopter. It's awesome. Very much worth the $30. You get a couple different variations of it, tons of liveries, and it sounds awesome. So, highly recommend that. So Togg's Hangar, Flight FX, stuff like that are great developers. Got Friends and Coronado are some of my favorites from the marketplace. I do not own the C-130, no. And 4778, if I'm buying my own company in Microsoft Flight Simulator, can you choose your own company color with name or make like your own livery? You cannot make your own livery. You also cannot choose the livery. You kind of just get a default one for it. That'll obviously change in the future, but you can change the company name. We can showcase that after we do a little flight here with the AG truck and go from that. Oh, yes. We'll definitely show off the Albatross, yes. I agree. We will absolutely do that next. But yeah, I mean, this is just going to be an awesome one to fly in, because the one that's already in career mode, just, I don't like the way it flies. It feels so, I don't know, it feels really weird. You'll kind of know what I'm talking about if you've flown it before, but this one is excellent. Plus, it looks a lot cooler than the other agricultural spraying aircraft. And in career mode, you can't change the livery at all. It's just whatever. I'll showcase what I'm talking about with that. But yeah, it's just whatever plane you buy in career mode, it's just giving you a livery for it. So it's just why it's that way, I don't know. We've never really found out why that's been the case since release, because we've been asking for the ability, since they've already made so many different liveries for career mode. It's just an odd thing that we're not able to change the livery, you know? And there's that Huey. Which, unlike the Eurocopter, actually has animated blades. But hoping that the Eurocopter's first update's gonna fix that, because it's just the weirdest thing. And no, if you're in career mode, it's not multiplayer. You're in your own world, unfortunately. That's another thing that we've been kind of wanting from Asobo is career mode in the free flight like it is here, where you can see multiplayer players and all that. But right now, career mode is basically single player. Yeah, DLW, I mean, I'm not surprised. We've been running into that. I remember that when we were last streaming last week, where it's just, for whatever reason, if you switch back and forth between planes or reload, people disappear for some reason. Just some weird oddities with multiplayer going on. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we can get to that point. I'm sure we will. Because having like a livery editor would be really nice, especially to make your own company livery or something like that. So, I'm sure they have ideas in the works. Because I fully agree with that. But alright, we're going to go Albatross it up a little bit after this. And Vanessa, yeah, we'll go to that cool lake in Africa with our Albatross. Is that a swimming pool next to the pond? I don't know what pond. But I would not be surprised. And yes, you can choose your company name. We'll do that before we hop into the Albatross in Africa here. That way I can kind of showcase what I'm talking about. But they really need to get this AI stuff situated. Which is why typically I'm not too worried about having the AI traffic off. Because they're just really all over the place currently. By the way, really happy with that landing. That was awesome. But alright. So let's do that really quick. I'll kind of showcase what we're talking about with that. And then we'll head over to Africa in the Albatross. Because I didn't even see... Because I see you guys on the map, which is funny, but I don't see you anywhere in the world for some odd reason. So, moving to career for just a second here. I'll kind of showcase what I'm talking about with you don't pick the livery. So, if you go to your companies and everything like that, this is what it'll look like default, you know, Skydive Aviation, whatever. You can go to Manage Company, Edit Name, and there you go. And most of the mission types, as you've seen from the PlayStation streams that we did, it'll actually say that in the missions as well. So like our search and rescue name's always Rescue Cow. They'll actually say Rescue Cow in the sim as well, which is always pretty cool. Ooh, if I can spell here. So naming of those companies, yes, that is possible. Just not able to pick your liveries, because if we go to a plane that we own, there'll be an option saying repaint. And it's like, oh my goodness, that's exciting. I can finally change the livery. That doesn't mean what you think it means. It is just repainting the livery that you got with the plane. So maybe one day this will actually make us able to change the livery, but not today. So then again, so you saw, hang on, let me back up really quick so you can see it. Well, this is going to be a good example because there's not too many different variations of a firefighting livery. Let's go into... Just go into private charter here. So you can see our Beechcraft King Air right here. Can I actually see it up close? Of course not. You can get the idea of the livery that we have with it. If we go buy another one, we're going to get the exact same livery. Because each mission type, it's just... That's how it works. It's annoying. I really want to be able to get to this screen and then have the same livery pick menu that we have in Free Flight. I don't know why that's not a thing, but you're just stuck with whatever the sim gives you, and it's the same livery every single time for that plane. So if you buy 3 King Airs, they'll all 3 look the same, and you can't edit that. So that's kind of a rundown of liveries and company names. So how to fly in career mode not on a flight plan or in the bigger plane, or is it not possible with private pilot license? You need to work through your certifications, because when you start career mode, you're starting with the basics of general aviation. And then as you work your way through career mode, you need to do certain things to unlock those. So we'll look at it again here. So like let's say you're through first flight, ferry flight, and flight seeing, and you're wanting to get into, like you're saying, passenger transport airline. First, you need to get to level 50. Then you need the jet airline transport pilot rating. You also need to perform flights with full ATC procedures with an airplane. So it's probably about 10 or 15 flights. And then you also need to get 10 to 15 flights with airplane missions with passengers with a rating of A or above to get to this point where you unlock the S or the Saab 340, the 737, the 747, 87, A340, A310, A320, A321, and the ES30. So the specialization menu is a great place to go because it's a great way to see where you need to kind of work on and what kind of prerequisites you need to accomplish in order to unlock those further missions. So just pre-order Premium Deluxe, now the long anxious wait. That's awesome, KP. Very nice. That is the edition I'll be pre-ordering myself. Very much looking forward to it. So hopefully that kind of explains liveries and how to get to other mission types and stuff in career mode. But now I want to showcase my favorite plane in the sim, and that is, of course, the Albatross. So this comes with a deluxe edition of the sim. You get a few variations of it. You get passenger long range with the G111. You get the HU-16 variation of the Albatross as well for search and rescue, and a couple other versions of passengers. We'll probably go search and rescue. Well, no, actually we won't, because I want the dome in front of the nose, which I believe is the G111. Nope, hang on. Where's my dome at? There it is. Perfect. You get the Royal Canadian Air Force livery, US Navy livery, and then of course for the more civilian side of it, you get some other liveries included with it. But we'll focus on this one for today. And we're heading into the cool lake in Africa for this, right over here. Especially since there's a handcrafted airport. But we're going to go ahead and spawn on the water. We'll make it daytime for now. I know people are wanting to see some nighttime. We'll do that when we get into the city. Let's go ahead and start the flight. And Rodrigo, hello, hello. I also need to increase the water here. Hang on. I just saw it. There it is. All right. So, this is the Albatross. I need to kind of remember where our stuff's at. I'll find it a little bit later. But yep, some variations of course come with search and rescue stuff. It comes with like it looks like an RV basically in here, which is pretty cool. This one's a bit more of the basic variation of it. But where is the little... Why don't I not remember where that's at? Or is it not in this variation? Either way, let's go ahead and open this door. And look at that little nose cone view. Out the window, our anchor is deployed as well. I just need to remember where... I don't know why I forgot where the checklist is for that. Ah, there it is. There it is. It was hiding. So similar to what we get in like Tog's hangar, some planes have their own customization checklist in the plane, which is awesome. So of course you can open up a lot of different doors. You can add things to the outside of it. So like we already saw, the anchors deployed. So here, now we can pop on out. We can see all the doors are open. Got the little hatch on the right there. If we go to the left, we should have some more things open. And then, of course, above the cockpit, we have the little roof hatch that pops open as well. And it just looks awesome. And I think it's the best plane with water. I think they did an excellent job with the animation of that. Hello, Bobby. Welcome to the stream. And of course, if you wanted to look out the hatch, you can. It's like, hello. So, alright, let's go ahead and close everything here. We'll bring the anchor up. We do need to leave the door open, though. So actually, we'll keep that open. Close everything else. Bring our anchor in. And there we go. So we'll close all that. We'll go ahead and start this thing on up. And I will let you enjoy the sounds of this as well. Hold on. Always good to get rid of the gust lock, or else you're not going to be moving anywhere. So anyway, let me go back to the audio here so you can see everything. Isn't it awesome? I love it. Absolutely love this plane. And of course, now we can look out the nose cone and even fly from here if we want. I mean, it's just, you're gonna focus on places like Africa. Really don't have any photogrammic imagery anywhere, I don't believe. A lot of places in Europe do. A lot of places in the US do. Canada as well is pretty good at getting photogrammic imagery. Obviously Brazil had a huge world update, Japan, things like that. But once you get into, like, you know, places like the Middle East, or example that they've used as well as Turkey, there'll probably never be photogrammic imagery there because it's all dependent on what countries allow. Some countries don't allow, you know, planes going into their country, taking pictures and stuff like that. So it's all dependent on the countries. But the main focus areas, of course, the US and Europe, where the most of the player base is. But if they can get to other places in the world, then they would do that. But, you know, it's all dependent on the countries and if they allow it or what their requirements are, because some of them want a ton of money and things like that. So I was playing on the base PS5 last night, and after a while it started losing control of the planes and helicopters. Not sure if I had something to do with it. I mean, it could have, because if you accidentally press L1 and the left stick, you can go into gyroscope mode, and then you're not controlling it with the stick anymore. By the way, I just realized our clouds aren't set to ultra. Hold up. This is unacceptable. And we don't have ray trace shadows. Those are my two most important settings. There we go. And yeah, actually, we'll actually head into Brazil, because people were wanting to see that on the PlayStation. That world update wasn't there yet. So we can kind of fly over there again and showcase that. We can do it in the Huey. That way you can hear how cool that one is. No ultra clouds, unsubscribe. I'm sorry to disappoint, Adam. But alright, let's go ahead and land really quick. Hopefully you enjoyed this nice little showcase of one of my top planes in the sim, which again, this comes with a deluxe edition of it. Great one to fly. Visuals are awesome. Water landings are great. I mean, can't go wrong with this one. And ZZ, welcome back to another stream. Welcome back. We can look. I mean, I'm sure there's some in the general area, but I don't think it's anything over it. But we'll definitely take a little gander at it. And thank you, Rodrigo. I'm glad you enjoy the content. Very much appreciate it. Now all we need is this thing to get into career mode, and then it's perfect. Because, I mean, just imagine doing search and rescue with these. How cool would that be? Use these for the bigger, like, oil rig, shipwreck type things. Would love that. Weird thing going on with the water, but it's doing it outside too. I don't know what's going on with that. That's okay. Look at that spray. It's nice. And of course, you got the effect on the little buoy type things on the left and right of the wing. They have its own spray and wake in the back. But there we go. That is the Albatross. Part of the deluxe edition of the sim. And sorry, I'm not seeing anybody else, by the way. I'm only seeing FMJ. FMJ just paid the deluxe premium to fly with me, I guess, for super chatting, so it gets to be shown the whole time. I don't know what the deal is with that. What did somebody want to see in career mode again? Or was it something else? And Nathan, I mean, the PlayStation was doing really good with that, even flying like the F-18 and stuff. The only area was really weird is just, I think something was wrong with that specific area in Canada. But other than that, it was doing really good with that. Sorry I took a while to answer that. I know somebody was wanting to see something, and now I don't see it. By the way, that landing was with an Xbox controller. I think it was it? I don't even know what it... I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. I know somebody was wanting to see something. I'm like, oh, I'll show it after we're done here. Why do I not remember what it was? I don't know, I'm missing it. I can't see it now. Well, if you ask it again, I'll do it. I forgot. But alright, Huey. By the way, the OH-6A and the Huey are both made by Togs Hangar. Great helicopters if you're into helicopters. This is, of course, we'll show some driving as well, since people are wanting to see that. This has got Friends version there, and then you have the Parallel 42, a Juice Goose, and then, of course, we got the Huey. We'll fly that around a little bit. It is, Max, it is. Oh, that's right. Skydiving in Fuji. Or around Mount Fuji. That's what... Oh, and then we're going to fly in Brazil. I remember everything now. Oh, man. And the answer is... no. Because there it is right there. We only got some flight seeing right now. Because we do have a... I'm assuming we have sky... Yeah, we already do. So yeah, there's no missions around the area of Mount Fuji at the moment. So there's the answer to that question there. To Brazil! Now you can actually see it, because that's why we didn't fly around it too much. But now you can compare it between the two, because now you can see what it was without the world update, and what it looks like now with the world update. I'm in career mode still. We do not want that right now, thank you. By the way, love our 747 parked in the hangar back there. Absolutely CJ's, I'm glad I remembered it, because I don't know why I forgot. Let's give it a different livery here, because there's a ton of them. We'll kind of just scrub through them really quick. And then, of course, there's a whole different slate of ones for the civilian version of the Huey. Alright. We're gonna just be in the air already because I don't feel like cold and dark starting it. You should plan a 4-airport flight plan. With each stop, you switch to a different version of the sim. I mean, that's a good idea. Not bad. Oh, we're on the PC version, actually. I'm just using the Xbox controller for the most part. Let everything load in here. Oh, it's so choppy. Come on, load on in, please. But yeah, I mean, look how much better it looks, because, you know, the only thing that was really there was this pyramid building thing, and everything else was just the generic buildings. I'm still hoping Togs Hangar brings in some 2024 stuff for this aircraft or for this helicopter. That would be awesome. Still fun to fly, though. But it needs to get some career support. Hey, there's DLW again. Just picks and chooses when it wants to show people in multiplayer, I suppose. Which I believe DLW is in a Huey. Very nice. Hang on, we're overspeeding here a little bit. And we'll be back to the PlayStation version in the next stream. Just here to do a PC one here. We have done Niagara Falls, yeah, it needs work. Yep, I'm looking forward to that as well. Really looking forward to the PSVR 2 support next year. Well, they used so something. I don't know what happened. It looked great in 2020, and then something changed in 24, and they still haven't gone around to changing it. I think that's on Gaia Simulations to fix that one. Seeing the other Huey. Yeah, I don't know where I don't know what they're seeing either. There's absolutely no way. No way, JNL. But yeah, we can go to Tokyo. In Atom, everything is Ethernet. No doubt. Oh, and mid-air collision with the Hueys. Very good. But, yeah, I'm always Ethernet on anything gaming related. I do not play wireless. I think the PS5 Pro is pretty on par. Absolutely. Don't hit the stairs. There we go. But that's the Huey. We'll go ahead and take the little bird up in Tokyo here. And then after Tokyo, we'll do a little bit of driving so you can kind of see that aspect of it in Flight Sim. And then the other one I really like is, of course, this one from Flight FX, the Cessna Citation 10. Awesome plane for third-party stuff, and not something that's going to break the bank. The other one that comes with, I believe it's Standard Edition. Let me double check it again. Oh no, this one is Premium Deluxe. Excellent plane by Got Friends, I love it. We'll fly that a little bit later. But alright, let's dive into another third-party one that I've purchased, again from Togg's Hangar. We'll go give it the Magnum PI look here. I'm on my Series X with a 65-inch QLED. Love the graphics. I've been simming since '98 on an old Gateway computer. Very nice, Adam. Oh, I got the floats on it still, too. Nice. Well, for those of you that wanted to see nighttime, nighttime is perfect now, but again, as I've been saying, Asobo, please do something different with the skyscraper textures, because they look horrible. Alright, let's go make this daytime here. Every time I see like a little bird with floats, it just reminds me of GTA. Like the older ones with the Sparrow. I mean, I guess the Sparrow has float variations 2 and 5, but always goes back to that. Especially like Vice City and all that. Flight Sim on Apple II, that was something nice, Treb. But I mean, Tokyo, like this is probably the biggest world update that's happened. I mean, it's so many miles of photogrammic imagery and it's awesome. And again, we would mess around with Brazil and Tokyo on the PlayStation side, but we are missing those world updates. So that's why we didn't really fly around those areas too much. Anybody behind us? Nope, not yet. We could be just losing more and more people. I wouldn't be surprised at this point with how the Sim's doing the multiplayer at the moment. Can you land on any towers? Yes, you can. There's plenty of helipads to choose from here in Tokyo, so we'll find one and land on it. You can also land on the ships we discovered yesterday that are going around the world, which is pretty awesome. There's a helipad right there. Let's go float on down. Anyways. You can also spawn on those helipads, because that's what you were seeing on the map when we were choosing this. Gotta get used to flying this thing. Oh! Alright, we're under control here. This one's a lot more wily than the Huey. And then, of course, you can get out of the helicopter, walk around. Oh. And then take a look. And then I think I saw a comment, I completely blanked on it, but somebody was asking what's new in Sim Update 4. Nothing too crazy, it's just some fixes. And there was a new multiplayer setting to change if you want high fidelity models for multiplayer models on the planes. You know, so friends are flying with you. I did not notice a single difference between that and the lower res version. It looked exactly the same, so... Thanks for the tip. It was the gyroscope. I activated that. Caused me to lose control. Nice, Bobby. At least it was just something simple and something you can look out for if that happens again. But yeah, I mean, they did a fantastic job with Tokyo. And I mean, that's the thing that's exciting about this sim is the world is ever evolving. Like, it only gets better with visuals and satellite imagery and all that type of stuff, so. But yeah, there we go. There's a little flight over Tokyo. Alright, so... But you can see all the helipads, by the way, in case you were wondering. There's only a couple to choose from. Let's go here. And then hop into... We'll do the Juice Goose first, and then we'll do Got Friends Project Cart. Oh no, we'll start with that one first. So, if you end up wanting to drive around in the world of Flight Sim, you can do that as well. I think this will be a perfect spot to mess around with this cart. Maybe. It's gonna get bright again. Because then you can open this on up, customize the cart here, go for different tires, different exhaust, spoilers, get some headphones on, different lights, different steering wheel. Oh boy, hang on, I forgot the... There we go. And then you can just drive around anywhere in the world you want to. Just like with walking around, you can go wherever. All that good stuff. And we also have boost. So if you want to do some sand dune runs, you can do that. And yet again, just something else that makes Flight Sim so awesome. There's just so many different ways to play this sim. So if some days you're just like, you know what, I'm not in the mood to fly right now, I want to kind of drive around in a cool area, you can do stuff like this. I don't believe it goes that in depth, I'm going to be honest, regarding altitude and stuff. Woo! And then of course, if you and your friends all have the same thing, you can drive around as well. And just have a whole multiplayer thing. Like, you thought the crew was cool with... We went too high up there. But you thought the crew was cool with, you know, the whole open world thing. This is the entire world, and you can just go wherever you want to. Oh, there's FMJ over here. Hang on. Missed the boulders. Let's go say hello. And nice, TJ. I remember Motorstorm. We're going so fast. And then again, of course, you can change those settings out. So if you wanted headphones on, change the tire to racing standard, change the exhaust. Which is really cool. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Hang on. And I'm not sure, I'm assuming Got Friends is probably still doing stuff with this as well. But it's funny, when all these cars, these couple cars came out, there were a lot of people in the forums very upset by this. Oh, you got the goose? Oh, here, hang on. Now I can kind of showcase what I was talking about with multiplayer and driving around the world. But I mean, how awesome. It's just like, you know what, let's drive around somewhere cool in the world, and you can do it wherever. Oh! Because honestly, I've never done multiplayer with cars yet, so I'm interested to see what that's like. Oh, there it is! Nice! There's nobody in it, though, but that's okay. Oh, I saw somebody just now. What in the world? And it's DLW in a helicopter. Oh, there you are. Now I see the person. Sweet. Oh, I think it's me. What in the world? Oh, no, it's not me. Okay, just a fight. Okay. I saw the fighter helmet. Nice. Alright, DLW, I need you to do something cool here. We're gonna just drive in a straight line and then just need a pass with the Huey going over us. Make it like a trailer moment. We're gonna go find a flat spot. But look at that! Hopefully DLW can see us, though. Oh, speaking of Yosemite, we need to go there. Because that's a great example of getting an add-on and just making it drivable in the sim. I mean, how cool is this? I mean, what in the world? But I mean, it's just cool having these other capabilities in the sim, you know? Oh! FMJ's hitting bumps somehow. Where'd the Huey go? Oh, there it is. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's cool. Oh, I know. I mean, there's a whole thing about, I mean, it's just people complain to complain. It's crazy. But yeah, so there's a little showcase of driving around in the sim. Or of course, you can do it with your friends. Get some cool things going on with some people in helicopters or planes. It's awesome. But that is Got Friends Project Cart, which of course will be available on the PlayStation Marketplace as well, I'm sure. Are these actually Goodyear tires on this? Oh no, just looking like it. It's the Good Friends tire brand. I love it. Nice. But yeah, here, hang on. Let's head over to Yosemite because I should still have that add-on installed here. There it is. But I did a whole video over this, but I want to showcase it again anyways because it's sweet. Yeah, I mean, the C-17 hasn't really had any updates, so I'm hoping we'll get one of those pretty soon. Alright, we'll let everything load in here. There we go. But yeah, this is a custom scenery for Yosemite National Park where they did custom animated waterfalls and they made it to where roads are drivable. Again, it probably wasn't intentional for driving stuff, but I made it intentional for it. And it's really cool to be able to drive around places like this too. And they did some of the lodges and buildings that are actually here in Yosemite. So So it was a really great scenery add-on, and yet again a very fun way to explore the world in Flight Sim. Oh, there's a bear. Bear! Don't run away from me! Hang on, I need to get in reverse. Look at the bear! He's going into the forest. Bye, bear. Oh, he stopped. Oh, he's going again. He's like, forget that, I'm out of there. We'll head up to that overlook area if I can find it again. Oh! Aw, what did I hit? What in the world? Here, hang on. I need to find where that road's at. I think it's over here. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it already. This is the one I want. Oh. Oh. We're here. And obviously, it's the entire world, so there's gonna be areas like this where the road isn't perfect. A nice DLW, I enjoyed the Huey flying over the Saudi Arabian desert there. That was awesome. Can you buy an RV? I'm surprised somebody hasn't made an RV yet, actually. I'm sure it's only time. I don't think this is the right road. No, I went on the wrong road. Hang on. This is the one I want. Oh. I was looking at chat. Don't text and drive, folks. Pretty much, Todd. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody makes like a hunting mod or something like that. Alright. We've made it. Oh, sweet barrel roll. I was gonna say, we've made it to our overlook. And then you can enjoy the sweet views of Yosemite National Park. But I think it's a cool aspect, you know, it's just, it's nice being able to drive in the world. Because, you know, it looks cool flying around it, but just something about driving in it is really cool too. But yeah, there's a little showcase of some of the driving that you can do in the sim. And again, that was a custom Yosemite scenery add-on, which they did a fantastic job with. And one that I highly recommend. So, let's do some flying with this over my custom. Yeah, let's showcase this, because this is another one of my airport add-ons that I bought that I'm really happy with. So I may as well showcase that. And yeah, fried chicken, this is still flight sim. Basically the map. Yeah, I mean, it's a digital twin of Earth. Everything is there to a T. It isn't a smaller version of it. You can fly, you can drive wherever you wish to go. But before we get to the plane, let me showcase Palm Springs Airport. This is one... Oh, hang on. I don't know why they always do that, but that's fine. We'll hop in really quick. Oh, hang on. There we go. And now we'll go into showcase camera. So this is normally an airport that is not handcrafted. This was a marketplace airport add-on that I bought and really happy with. Of course, I have a whole video of it, so if you want to see some before and afters, you can do that. But we'll just do a quick little fly through here. And some oh, they still never fixed the people sitting in midair. Ma'am, how are you doing this? After all these months. But anyways, some developers put people in there, some of them were animated, sometimes there's no people in the add-ons. I typically prefer nobody in the add-ons, like I don't know, just most of the time it really doesn't add anything too much to me personally. The main thing I'm going for is I want the terminals and airport areas to look like they do in real life, and this add-on does a great job of that. If we move over here, we get into the like open air concourse, which looks awesome to be there in real life. Get to see all the planes doing their stuff on the flight line. Got the shops. And then the little rotunda gate area. She's happy. Well, that's why I typically prefer not having anybody here. I don't know why he's walking around with a coffee mug. Who's having a coffee mug in a terminal? Who knows? But it's really cool to detail it. A lot of these developers can get into the airports. So there's that side, and then I really like the developers that focus on the outskirts of the airport as well, because that's one thing you have to kind of be on the lookout for. There's a few developers that kind of do the bare minimum on airport add-ons, but then there's ones like this where, you know, they focus on every part of the airport. So you have like a little FBO here for the private jets, which is pretty cool. Another area that is a fun place to enjoy the view, look at some planes. If we come down here, we have some fuel areas. We have a hangar that's open with some private jets kind of sitting there, or some private aircraft. They're not all jets. And then down here we have the Palm Springs Air Museum. Which, yes, is modeled and actually has some static displays sitting outside. Even a Harrier. And an F-111. And then some stuff out. Hey! This is convenient. If you pre-order the PlayStation version, this is the plane you're going to be getting, the T-38. And of course, that will be part of the marketplace as well. So if you're on PC and Xbox, you can grab it from there. F-18. And the one that I always think is a grasshopper. But yeah, I mean, they even get the right names going on here. These are the types of developers that I love to support for airport add-ons, because you can tell they actually put a lot of effort into it instead of going with the bare minimum of the airport add-on stuff. So, really cool. Well worth it. And of course, there's some other areas over on that side that have been done. And then the control tower, which we will... Hell, here, actually, I want to showcase that at night, too. We'll do it from here, so you can kind of see the terminal and that. Got the parking lot all lit up. Oh, there's an F-117 in there? Nice. I still have yet to see one in real life, and that's very annoying. I need to get to one at some point. Hang on. I completely forgot the buttons now, but that's okay. No, it's not. Hang on, I need to not zoom in. I don't know why I forgot the buttons all of a sudden. Let me get this back here. And of course, you can pop in a lot of the developers. I love this. If you're watching this and you're a developer and you keep making towers you can't get into, please stop doing that. It's just nice. I love being able to get the showcase camera in here and just enjoying the view of the airport, especially if it's a busy one with real traffic. I always like watching traffic from the towers. I think it's cool. But here, I'm going to get it daytime again. And there we go. Pretty sweet, I think. And then right back to our got friends Zlin Savage Norden, which is a plane that comes with the premium deluxe version of the sim. And it's another one that's excellent. When did I pause the sim? Why did I do that? Didn't mean to. I'm really interested to see how, because I'll probably grab a couple of these add-ons that I really, really like on PlayStation, because I'm interested to see how they perform. Because it's a bit choppy on the PC for some reason, I'm not sure why. One thing I like about this plane is you can get the checklist open here, or this little notepad, and change the livery on the fly. So you can see we got some extra colors going on. We got 2. And we got 3. But I really prefer the none because it looks really cool being just all blacked out. It's awesome. And of course you can change up some settings. Probably get rid of the seatbelt, don't need it. And can put on headphones. And we got smoke generator as well. But let's go ahead and start this thing on up. We'll take off. Always love when there's some key physics going on as well. You'll kind of see that as we're up in the air here. Oh, hold up. Hang on. There we go. Back in the plane. Can't forget that. I think we're good now. But yeah, my PC is not very happy right now. I have not, Steve, no. I definitely want to, though. Do a little expedited takeoff here. I plugged in my T-Flight HOTAS 1 and I've hardly used it. I've just been flying with a controller. But this one is usable in career mode, so if you do get the Premium Deluxe one, this is going to be a plane that's in that. You can use it for the aerial advertising missions, search and rescue, all kinds of goodies. You do get no airspeed indicator if the cover's on. It'll just sit there at 0. So that is actually simulated. And is that a real airplane flying around? Yes, that is Southwest Airlines Flight 354, which is just coming in. And then Frontier Airlines just landed and is taxiing, so... And SkyWest as well is taxiing right now. But yep, if you go to Flight Radar and go to Palm Springs, you'll probably be seeing that plane. It'll probably already be on the ground and almost done taxiing, because it's a little bit delayed in the sim. But that is a real-life airline from Las Vegas to Palm Springs. It's a real flight simulated in the sim. Is this add-on by Axonos? I don't believe so. Here, I'll look at it really quick. But that name doesn't ring a bell, so I don't think it was. By the way, these are my add-ons that I've purchased. I have the LVFR A340, which again, really happy with that one. Tons of liveries included, and it's going to be supporting heavy cargo when that does arrive, which should be with Sim Update 4. We have the Beechcraft B-55 from Coronado, the Citation 10 by FlightFX, excellent aircraft, and of course all the city updates. The F-33A, also by Coronado, love that plane. This one was disappointing, don't recommend that one. Juice Goose, fun one to drive as well. That was that was an any builds. No wonder it was low performance. That explains that. But yeah, that was any builds that made that Palm Springs Airport one. And of course, Togg's Hangar, which we flew today. Both these helicopters, the OH-6A and the Huey. This one's a great one too. Piper Cub J3C. The Project Crosscart by Got Friends, which we just drove today. This is another one of my favorite airports. It's down in South America. Excellent work by these two guys. Let's see here. The Huey, of course. CLI 4D is the one that did the Yosemite Valley one that we just drove around. Don't recommend getting this one. $80, not worth the money at all. Rather get multiple planes for that $80. I got some random, like I got the drone. Fun to fly, just from time to time. Spaceport America, it's a great add-on as well. Of course, here's the Antonov and some of the aircraft that you can get in the Aviator Edition. I don't fly them very much, so... You can also get, you know, cruise lines. You go in the water, kind of boat around if you want. And can't use my F-117 because it's not compatible, and Aerial Simulations doesn't seem to want to update it for whatever reason, which is annoying. And just a bunch of other things going on for 2020. By the way, if you ever get a Colorado Springs add-on, do not get it from MFS Scenery Builders. Don't get anything from them. They're not very great at making sceneries, so don't recommend them. And yeah, I mean, you can see everything that was like a Aviator Edition aircraft, I don't even have enabled. I've never touched them since 2020. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the main things there. Aquila, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Welcome, welcome. But cool. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. We reached our 2-hour mark. And yeah, got some other stuff going on today, so a bit busy. But hopefully you guys enjoyed and all that good stuff. Again, thank you guys for the support, and thank you to everybody else who are on PC and Xbox, who have been patient with us, focusing a lot on the PlayStation side of things. I very much appreciate your support and all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of random smorgasbord of, or however you say it, of just content here. And kind of going through a few of the deluxe and premium deluxe aircraft and checking out some of my favorite add-ons as well. So, not sure we'll stream tomorrow. I don't know. It'll just depend if I'm busy or not. If we are, we'll be streaming. If not, no big deal. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully, I'm going to maybe make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Nope, I did not. All right, fantastic. So, yeah, again, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.